Hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. So today I'm going to make a stir fry for you. I'm going to make a chicken stir fry. We're going to have it over a bed of brown rice and it's going to be delicious. So I hope it inspires you to come along for the ride and maybe go check out my Wild Tree website. I'll be using some of those products in this recipe, as well as check out my Facebook page. Go give that a like, maybe give me a thumbs up on this video, and okay, let's go do this.
Okay, so I am excited that you decided to stay for this because it's really a delicious stir fry.
Super easy. You can do this any day of the week and be just have that awe feeling that maybe you had some takeout. So what I have here is sesame oil, and I refrigerate my sesame oil. It's a very strong oil, so you got to be careful. A teaspoon of that is plenty for most anything. I'll brush vegetables with it and grill it, but you want to keep this refrigerated. It will go rancid pretty quickly, and you don't want that. So then we have, looks like I already have one open. I'm excited. Then we have 4 cloves of finely minced garlic in there. I'm going to do about a half of a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice, maybe even a quarter of a teaspoon. Again, all the Asian spices are pretty potent and powerful. I don't want to get it too overwhelming. I've got some rice vinegar here. I have some cornstarch to thicken it, which is going to be pretty fun at the end. And we've got a big stir fry, so I'm going to do 2 heaping tablespoons of cornstarch. We are going to do some rice vinegar, and this is a seasoned rice vinegar, and poof goes the cornstarch. I don't really need this in there anymore. About a quarter of a cup of the rice vinegar. I want to add some soy sauce, and I'm going to add it freehand, another quarter of a cup to a third of a cup. And then we're going to whisk this a little bit. And when you see how many vegetables and how much meat I have, you're going to understand why I need this much sauce. I want some red pepper flakes because we like it spicy. I'm going to say healthy teaspoon because we can. Okay, now that we've got this going oh so spicy and salty and delicious, we're going to add some oyster sauce I have here in a bottle, and this is really good in almost any Asian inspired dish. It's already kind of thick, so you may want to add some hot water to that. Clean out that jar. Put another little bit of water in there. There we go. And give it a little whisk. I'm just waiting till I see that I feel like I've got some enough sauce for the amount of vegetable and chicken that I have. And this isn't a set recipe, so you can tweak it any way you want. And there you go. Okay, so, and then this is almost half of a jar of stir-fry sauce, which I'm going to pour right down there. And again, I'm going to rinse that jar out with, a couple of tablespoons to a quarter of a cup of water. And there you go. Now I'm thinking I've got plenty of sauce. I'm going to whisk this a little bit. And even though the garlic has not heated up and really changed anything, I'm gonna give it a little taste to see where the flavor profile is. It's good. I'm thinking it's missing something, and I have to put my finger on it. Hold on. I think it needs a chili in there, and I'm just gonna throw a chili that will release its oil but not overpower anything. And let's see if I can find one. We've got some little ones here. We'll use that. Now these are Thai chilies, so I don't know. It's not really. It's still an Asian dish. So these little guys, I'm gonna put about 4 or 5 of them, and they can just sit in there and flavor the dish without making it over the top hot. I get these at World Market. They're little Thai chilies, dried Thai chilies, so that's what we're gonna do. I think it needed a little bit more kick in there without going over the top hot, and now we're good to go. And we're gonna go ahead, and that's gonna be our sauce. Let's get over to the stove and get that wok heating up and get the stir fry on. Okay. Okay, I did want to bring you back for this. Even though I've got my slurry here, it's huge. If I don't need all this, I'm going to save it for another stir fry we're having later in the week, because it's easy to do a light stir fry of vegetables and eat just a ton of fiber, and throw in a few shrimp or chicken or whatever, but we're gonna probably have some later in the week as well. This is almost like a trifle of vegetables. I've got my red onion down at the bottom, my red and green bell pepper, I have my Napa cabbage, my carrots and celery, my broccoli. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. So I didn't want you to miss out on that. And I'm gonna take you over to the stove. We're gonna start that chicken off. Okay, now we're over here. I've got my wok on a burner with high heat. You wanna go pretty high heat because you're cooking really quickly. You're flash frying it basically. You don't want to have it be slow. And I don't have the right paddles, I don't think. Yep, I might. So now my pan is smoking hot. I'm going to use some roasted garlic grapeseed oil from Wild Tree. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's what I'm going to use because I feel like that's the healthiest oil I have available to me to use. You could use peanut oil, anything with a high smoke temp, and you can tell it's already starting. And so when you're doing any kind of wok cooking, you want to make sure that it's hot. And that is starting to smoke and ripple. I've got some organic, free-range chicken thighs that I got on sale, and I cut them all up into bite-sized pieces. And that's what I'm using with it. And I can smell the garlic. It's so amazing. But I don't have to worry about burning it yet. You know what I mean? So you're just going to cook this chicken. I do want to season it a little bit with some salt. Got that Himalayan pink salt and some cracked black pepper because we love it. And a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes. Not much. And then we're going to get this chicken cooked
really fast. This is gonna go super fast. A wok full of food will feed a ton of people, and it's just gonna be delicious. So next I'll be adding that huge bowl of vegetables down in here, and then we'll add our sauce, and it's time to eat. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, now I've got my chicken about 90% of the way done. It smells like roasted garlic in here. Delicious. I don't want to cook it all the way through yet because it's going to continue cooking with the vegetables. So, that being said, I'm bringing over the big giant, and I kind of arranged these vegetables in the order in which I wanted them because the most tender and easily cooked are at the bottom of this bowl. So I'm basically dumping this whole thing in. And look at that. Woo! That's a big pile of vegetables. And now I'm going to need some other way to... You're just going to start mixing this in. The broccoli and the carrots are the most hardy of all of them, so they're going to take the longest to soften up, but I don't want to make them soft and mushy. I really want to incorporate them and just basically steam them. They're going to still have that steamed type of a bite to them. And that's all we're doing. We're going to mix this in. When I feel like I've got my vegetables right where I want them, kind of a perfect steam, then I'm going to add my sauce. We're going to thicken it up, and it's ready to go. And it's really fast food. Okay, so now I have my vegetables are starting to soften up and become delicious. I wish I had more red bell pepper in here, but this is really going to be good. The broccoli is so bright and green. I will tell you that I added some water chestnuts to this, and now I'm going to add my slurry, which is a combination of sauces and garlic, and it's just going to be amazing. So it's going to cool this pan down quite a bit, so turn your pan up, get it cranking, because it's going to cool right back down. Okay? And this has the peppers in it. I'm going to put about half of it in there at this point. I want to make sure, because this is not an exact recipe, I want to make sure that it thickens up and everybody gets happy. So let me get this all mixed around, and when I'm feeling like it's added a saucy texture to it and not a soupy texture, we're going to bring you back and we're going to serve it over some beautiful brown rice and give you a taste test. I've got my end result. I've got a half a cup of brown rice and then probably a cup of the vegetables and chicken, and I'm going to put some sesame seeds down on top because they're pretty and they taste good and it adds a different texture to it. Grab myself a fork. And this is really fast food. Honest and truly, once I started putting this together, it took less than a half an hour to get it all done. So I'm going to grab some celery, red bell pepper, because that's my favorite, and chicken. And let me see what you can see. Here's my bite. Mmm. Mmm. This is absolutely wonderful. It's got the right amount of spice, a really light sauce. It didn't get too thick or anything. I only used half of that, so we're good to go. I can save the other half for another recipe. And this is a light calorie, light on your budget meal. This made a ton of food, and we can eat this for a few more days. So, oh my goodness, my grandson wants in the picture. He says that he wants some. And as always, guys, I hope it inspires you to come back. If you do, give me a thumbs up, place it on your Facebook page, share it with somebody else, and as always, guys, bye.